fall into the same traps that I did, because I feel like I did not come here prepared or fully understanding of what teaching Dubai is going to be like. So grab your notebook. Let me really tell you what it's like to teach in Dubai. Hey guys, my name is Esther Shay, and this is my second video on life in Dubai. My previous video is all about cons of Dubai, but this video is solely focused on what life is like being a teacher in Dubai. We're going to talk about why you should teach abroad, what you should be aware of, and also the amazing things you're going to experience when you get here. So stay tuned, we have a lot to talk about. So, why should you teach in Dubai? There are actually so many perks. First of all, I want to tell you that I am sitting in my rent-free apartment. I did not pay rent to be in this place. This place was provided for me by my school. I pay bills. Some of it is even subsidized by my school. My bills are roughly about like £20 a month, 20 British pounds a month. Okay, it varies between like 20 to 25, max 30 if I'm being real greedy that month. You know what I mean? Like in my building, there is a gym. In my building, there is a pool area. In my building, there is a sauna. In my building, there is a jacuzzi. In my building, there's a cinema room. Like, to be fair, I'm really, really, really blessed with accommodation. But still, if you move into Dubai, you get either your housing provided or a housing allowance. Everything varies and differs by school. So that's one reason why you should move to Dubai. Another reason why you should teach in Dubai is the tax-free salary. Every single time that I get my paycheck, I don't see HMRC with their greedy hands and NI coming to grab some of my money. It is 100% going to me, and I love seeing that every single one of my paychecks. I just know it's going to be so humbling when I move back to the UK and I see HMRC coming and, you know, taking their cut. It's going to be wild. Another huge perk Another huge perk of teaching in Dubai is the fact that you get your annual flight allowance as well. So each year I will get a annual flight allowance whereby I get to book a return ticket home. So they give me like a lump sum money and they say that this money we're giving you, you can go home and, you know, obviously come back. So that is another huge perk. You get other perks such as you get medical insurance. So I haven't had to use medical insurance yet since I've been here, but my friends who have, literally it's been smooth, seamless. There's no calling up the GP at 8 a.m. and having to do the Hunger Games to get a GP appointment. It's not like that. You have an issue, you go see the doctor. It is that smooth. So that is another huge perk of being in this country. The medical services are on point, thank God. I also really like teaching Dubai because you become so international. And I don't mean traveling, I'll get to that in a second, but I mean the fact that you meet so many people from so many different cultures. And I think this is quite specific and not specific to Dubai, because Dubai attracts so many people from so many different cultures and so many different communities. I met someone from Eswatini before. Another thing I really like about teaching in Dubai is the travel opportunities. So don't get me wrong, right? Living in the UK, you have access to so many different European countries, but there are only so many different European countries you can go to, you know what I mean? But since I've lived in Dubai, I've only been here 8.5 months, something like that. And I've been to, are you ready? I've been to Jordan, I've been to Oman, I've been to the Maldives as well. Guys, I went to the Maldives. It was literally, I think it was spring break, aka like Easter half term, March half term. It was like a 4-hour flight from Dubai. Guess how much my flight was to go to Maldives? I'll wait. It was 200 and something pounds. It was like £280. And that's because we booked like a bougie airline. We could have gone Wizz and cheaper. We said, no, we're going to the Maldives. Let's go in style. Guys, Dubai is a travel hub. I mentioned this on my TikTok. There's so many different countries you can go to from this spot. Next month, some of my friends are going to Kenya. I've had friends go to South Africa. I've had friends go to Thailand. I've had friends go to Vietnam, all from Dubai. So when you come here, when you move here, make sure you have travel money, because you're going to get the travel bug and you're going to want to go everywhere. Oh, I have Bali booked as well. Another thing I really like about teaching Dubai as well is the mentality that some of the students have. I'm not saying all students, but a lot of students have this desire to want to succeed, right? So I teach in a private school, it's an international private school, and with that comes an element of competition. So the kids definitely are striving to do well, to succeed, to get the best grades as possible. I find that a bit different from teaching in the UK. Now, don't get me wrong, right? I loved my school back in the UK. I loved my students. I loved my colleagues. My head teacher was amazing. I genuinely loved that school so much. But the UK, in my opinion, just has an idea of there's not really that drive to succeed, that drive to do amazing, that drive to do best. Whereas that definitely is the culture here in school. Like, I feel like in the UK, if the kids get like a, let's say, GCSE grade 4, they're, oh, I got a 4, I got a 5, yeah. If they get a 6, they're real happy and so forth. But here, it's really like, oh my God, I didn't do well, I need to do better. Don't get me wrong, it can be unhealthy sometimes, but there is definitely that element of, I need to do better, I want to do better, how can I do better? There is a bit of a balance. I do miss my UK kids balance. So those are more so, like, in a nutshell, some of the positives of teaching in Dubai. But guys, to all you other people on YouTube, yeah, talk about moving to Dubai, you other teacher ones, you guys did not prepare me. So I'm helping you guys not fall into the same traps that I did, because I feel like I did not come here prepared or fully understanding of what teaching Dubai is going to be like. So grab your notebook. Let me really tell you what it's like to teach in Dubai. Okay, to be fair, this one is mentioned a lot. It's the early starts. Guys, I need to be in my classroom by 7:15 every morning, and I'm not allowed to leave until 4 p.m. It's a lot. It's a lot. In the beginning, and I mentioned this in my Cons of Dubai video, it is a lot. In the beginning, I was really, really overworked. So like, work became my life. And that was more so the fact that I had to adjust to teaching a new curriculum. So I didn't teach GCSE. I'm not teaching in British schools, I'm teaching IB. So wrapping my head around all of that and a different way of teaching, the different styles of teaching, oh my Lord, it was a lot. But I had to essentially begin to balance myself, and it got to a point where I refused to take work home because it was just going to start affecting my mental health, which would in turn affect my teaching. So, but I do think the early starts and the later finishes definitely contribute towards that. So just understand that your days are going to be long. The naps, when you get here, you are going to be napping on a regular. I would literally go to work, come home, get home at like 4:30, whatever, and just conk out. I'll be gone. I was so tired, so tired. Another thing I wasn't really prepared for coming here as a teacher as well was how much more I have to do. And I mean that in an extracurricular sense. So it is, in my school anyway, it's compulsory to have an extracurricular activity. It's doing that, and it's also balancing the fact that you have to be in contact with parents so much more. There are a lot more CPD, like we have CPD every week. There are quite a few more meetings, department meetings and so forth. There's a few more trainings you need to go on. There's maybe a conference here that you may get invited to go to and so forth. Like there's a lot. Teaching seems more than a vocation here. I'll be real, it feels a lot more corporate here. In the UK, it felt more vocational, like you're doing it for the passion of the kids. But here, it feels a bit more corporate. Like there are set things you need to do. There are set ways you need to maybe contact home and so forth. It is a lot more rigid and regimented. But it's good because you get a lot more experiences. Like I've gone on a residential trip with my students here. I've never done that in the UK. So while it's good because you're a lot more than just a teacher in a classroom, it's also a bit taxing because I'm like, I can't just teach, you know? So I would say consider that before you come to Dubai. Like, are you someone who just likes to go in a classroom and dip? Because if so, you better dip from this video because Dubai is not for you. You can't just come into your classroom and leave. It's not like that. Another thing that I found really interesting as well, and this is more so from an English teacher perspective, it is really interesting how much you need to tailor your content for the culture that you're in, essentially. So I'm an English teacher, and back in the UK, I'll teach certain books such as Animal Farm, maybe 1984, maybe Handmaid's Tale, like quite dystopian texts that touch upon quite sensitive topics. But being in the UAE, of course, and rightly so, they have very strict laws. So having to sort of adapt my knowledge or my teaching of things, or something I just full on cannot teach, was really interesting to me. And I've like, no one warned me about that. So coming here now, I'm have to really double think of all my resources, like what knowledge I can bring from the UK and impart here. Because I'm like, wait, is this acceptable for the cultural context? Can I teach the kids about this and so forth? It is really, that's really tricky. So consider that as well before you move here. So like, those are the majority of things I kind of want you guys to be aware of before you move to Dubai, especially as a teacher. So like in a nutshell, Just be prepared. I'm going to say expect to work hard, expect to be involved in lots of extracurricular, expect to have it to be more of a corporate driven mentality rather than a vocational one that you may be used to back home, especially if you're in the UK. And be prepared to nap in the beginning because, my God, did I nap? All right, so these are my final tips if you're considering moving to Dubai. Number one, research the school. Consider things like KHDA. So if you're from the UK, KHDA is basically their version of Ofsted. Schools get KHDA'd every year, which is crazy. Consider their KHDA rating. Do your research online. If you know anyone in Dubai, ask them. Have they heard of this school before and so forth. But do your research. Not every school is of the same caliber. Secondly, negotiate your contract. Like I said, teaching here in Dubai is a bit more corporate-y. So you should act that way as well. Negotiate your contract. If the worst they can say is no, don't be too greedy now and then. Now they come and rescind your offer. Like, Esther, they took my job offer away. Listen, don't bite the hand that feeds you. Make it reasonable, all right? Make it reasonable. Look me in my eye when I say this. Look me in my eye when I say this. Come with savings. People who don't come to Dubai with I don't know for you. I don't know for you. You need money to settle down in this Dubai. My apartment, thank God, was fully furnished by my school. The sofa, the TV, the everything. They even had food in my fridge. So kind of them. But you need to come with money. I still found myself ransacking IKEA. I still found myself needing this, needing that, and so forth. You must come with savings. Save before you come to Dubai. I'm not going to give a number because everyone is different in terms of things they buy. Some people can buy things, they don't mind getting like cheap secondhand things. Some people need things that are new. How much is, just save as much as you can. That's what I can say. Join teacher groups as well if you can. Like, we're really blessed as being teachers in the sense that it already forms a community in itself. Other jobs, they come as corporate or they come to work in an office. They may not have that same community. But please join teacher expat groups, whether it be maybe on Reddit, maybe it's on Facebook, and maybe there's some WhatsApp ones out there as well. Like, do try and get yourself a network before you get out of here because, guys, I'm going to do a video on this, but Dubai can be lonely. So please do reach out to people. Reach out to me if needs be. You need to have a community out here before you come in because it can be tough. Lastly, my final tip to you guys is when you come out here, you need to be open-minded. I know I may have said some things to excite you, some things to sort of make you a bit nervous. Dubai is a fast-paced place, okay? Like, you need to understand this place is always changing, it's always moving. So all I want to say to you is be adaptable, be open-minded. It can be somewhere where you thrive. It all depends on your mentality. If you come out here with the mentality of, I don't know if I'm going to like it, I don't know if I'm going to make any friends, you will not find it easy. Come out to Dubai with a positive mindset that you will thrive, and I promise you, you will get a better experience out of it. But guys, in a nutshell, I would not be sat here trying to motivate you guys to come and move to Dubai if I didn't like it. For me, it's working, and I hope it works for you as well if you are coming. If you found this video useful in any way, if you're in Dubai, let me know like what resonates with you. If you're coming to Dubai, have any questions, let me know, guys. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, the whole shebang. And hey, there'll be more. I'll see you next time.